Lewis Hamilton notched the 104th win in his career in the most dramatic and special circumstances, making Mercedes one of the hottest topics on the grid right now. The team has managed to win 2 races in a row, and the team doesn't plan to stop here, as the latest statements made by Hamilton and Allison indicate that we will have 2 very competitive W15s. But with mid-season development closing the top pack up tightly, can Mercedes challenge Red Bull and McLaren for the race victory at Hungary? Mercedes definitely are back on track when it comes to competing for podiums consistently. Even though the team had no hopes of fighting for the race victory on pure pace at Silverstone, the fact that both Russell and Hamilton locking out the front row and Hamilton converting that good start to his record-breaking Grand Prix victory goes on to show that the Silver Arrows are truly back in the competition. Certainly, Russell's DNF due to a cooling system failure on his W15 will add a bit of despondency to what could have been a mega weekend for Mercedes in terms of regrouping in the Constructors' Championship. But this doesn't undermine the fact that the team has a bright campaign to look forward to, especially now they have a super motivated Hamilton in the cockpit who has been struggling for the past 2 seasons, going through so many car philosophy changes, painful bouncing and missed opportunities. When talking about the result he and his team managed to achieve at his home turf in Silverstone, Hamilton was emotional as he went on to say, "I can't stop crying. It's been since 2021. Just every day getting up and trying to fight to train, to put my mind to the task and working as hard as I can with this amazing team. This is my last race here at the British Grand Prix with this team, so I wanted to win it so much for them because I love them. I appreciate them so much for all the hard work they've been putting in all of these years. I'm forever grateful to everyone on this team, everyone at Mercedes, and all of our partners." Mid-season development has always played a crucial role in where teams would end up in the remainder of the campaign and sets the block for the following season as well. As for now, Mercedes are on the rise. Their development trajectory is positive. There is more to come according to the team's technical director, James Allison. And so far, the upgrades have been pretty much spot on. The turning point started at Monaco when Mercedes introduced a new front wing specification. This was accompanied by a series of other fresh components in the subsequent rounds, which has put the W15 in its optimum operating window. Moreover, these changes corrected the previously inconsistent correlation back at the Mercedes wind tunnel, giving the team great confidence moving forwards. Hamilton explained how much progress his team has made with these mid-season developments, highlighting the fact that the W15 has moved from a midfielder to a regular podium contender, adding, "Everywhere. It's just better everywhere. From Bahrain, for example, the car felt terrible and the progress that we made in terms of dialing and fine-tuning the car to optimize the aero package. This team has never struggled to add performance, but where particularly they put that performance has always been, with this generation of car, has been a big question, and where we're getting the downforce from. But now they've done an amazing job. The engineers back at the factory. We definitely take it today. These guys are still Red Bull, particularly Max, and the McLarens are very, very, very fast." Now with a fresh pace-based victory in the bucket, Mercedes are ready to bring the next batch of performance updates to Budapest and Spa before the summer break. Toto Wolff confirmed this at Silverstone following Hamilton's triumphant victory, as the Austrian went on to say, "There's more to come in terms of performance. We're bringing updates to Budapest and Spa," Wolff revealed at Silverstone. According to Formula Uno, the Budapest update package will consist of new bits surrounding the underfloor, as the team still feels the W15 lacks peak downforce compared to Red Bull and McLaren, aimed at improving the cars through corner performance. With this upgrade, the W15, according to reports, will be on par with the McLaren car from a performance standpoint. One important thing to keep in mind is the fact that the RB20 no longer holds the supremacy as the best car on the grid. Even though Max Verstappen has managed to extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship to Lando Norris, and it is clear that Red Bull are definitely not able to cruise to easy race wins as they have done so in the past couple of seasons. The development path for Mercedes, however, is looking promising with every passing weekend, and James Allison has been receiving a heap of praise from his team and fans all around as his technical expertise has led the Silver Arrows to where they are now. Back at Bahrain, it was easily understood that Mercedes might have dropped the ball with regards to winter developments, and their competition this season would definitely be in the midfield with the likes of Aston Martin and Haas. The 2 races before the summer break, here we are witnessing Mercedes having 2 race wins under their belt back to back. an achievement that the Brackley-based squad hasn't made since its 2021 glory days. If we are to take a look at pace details from last week's British GP, we can clearly see that on average, Hamilton's Mercedes was lapping a tenth faster compared to the second fastest car, Norris's McLaren. This advantage involves the dry and wet conditions present during the Grand Prix. Of course, anyone can easily assume that Verstappen was saving his tyres, as he was suggested by his race engineer about the incoming rain and how important extending his stint will be to hang around the first splash of rain. But truth be told, Verstappen was not able to make a comeback drive on the medium tyres like McLaren drivers did to prove this point, exposing the poor pace the RB20 had on the C2 compound. The better news for Mercedes moving forwards is that they are not stopping here and now. James Allison is now ecstatic to see how much the W15 has improved following their discovery of what they have been missing for the past 2.5 years. The W15 is now able to take poles and win races with pure pace, and Allison is ready to exploit more performance over the next 2 races. A couple of weeks earlier, the technical director revealed the aggressive plan Mercedes are undertaking under mid-season developments, bringing new parts to every single race weekend. So far, the team has respected this plan. As to every race, Mercedes has brought something new, be it track-specific or performance updates. When talking about the W15's development trajectory for the coming weeks, Allison added, "This is more of an, oh god, how could we have been so dumb type moment, where you see the path forward and you should have seen it sooner. I know what we have got coming, and I also know what we are planning to further improve the car." Even without a significant step compared to their rivals in recent times, the Silver Arrows have proven why they were dominant for almost a decade and why they still are a team of high standards. The operational errors committed on a regular basis by McLaren are not present at Mercedes or at Red Bull. Verstappen's recovery to P2 was a strategy-powered result partly thanks to the genius of Hannah Schmitz, pulling the strategical strings at the perfect moments. Hamilton boxing a lap prior to Norris is what gave Lewis the easy chance for a race win. Again, strategical and operational upper hand shows what sort of precision a team needs to have to fight for championships. It remains to be seen exactly how well this upgrade package does perform at Hungary. Assuming that the German outfit avoids the downward spiral currently happening at Ferrari, there is every reason to expect more wins from the Silver Arrows down the line. After all, this year's W15 represents a relatively new aerodynamic philosophy for the team. But what do you guys think? Can Mercedes add that little performance needed at Hungary with upgrades to make the W15 a regular race winner? We are very much into your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section down below. And on your way down, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified of our future uploads to keep yourselves up to date about the 2024 Formula 1 season.